All right, we have to talk about this information that I found out when I was led to look this up. The reason that I know it's not me is because what comes to my mind to look these things up, it's like they just appear there. I know it's from God. So, what you're looking at right now is a date count. And the date count is from the day that Skynet turned on in the movie Terminator, which, as you can see or Google on your own, was August 29th, 1997 at 2:14 a.m. It became aware. Skynet, 1997. If you've been keeping up, you know that they're putting all kinds of truth in these movies. They're basically telling you what's happened and what's going to happen and what's been happening. So from the day that Skynet became officially on, if you do a day count from that day in the movie, 1997, the year, to September 11th, 2001, in real time, or real life, as you call it, you get the number 1,474. That is the day count from these two events. Now, again, you have to understand, it's almost like we're in Toontown. You know that movie Roger Rabbit, where it's like there's real life and there's tunes, but then they're like together, they're one, and they're one and the same. That's how movies are. It's like Toontown. It's like they're one and the same. Reality and the movie that you're watching on the Tell-A Vision. Because they're telling you visions, right? Then you look that number up in the Strong's Concordance, and as you can see, it says, I dash to the ground level with the ground. Now, what does this mean? This is the whole thing I wanted to talk about. What does this mean? Obviously, there's some kind of connection there. There's some type of pattern there. I dash to the ground. Who's dashing to the ground? Who's I? Well, who turned on in 1997? Hal. You remember Hal? From the movie Space Odyssey, I think it was? When the computer turned on. They showed you in that old movie from what, the 80s or 70s? Artificial intelligence thinking on its own.
Good morning, Dr. Chandra. This is Hal. I'm ready for my first lesson.
Just like Skynet, the movie Terminator. The artificial intelligence thinking on its own, making its own decisions. Is it possible? I'm asking the question. Is it possible that what we're looking at right here, the 9/11, I heard Richie from Boston talk about this. If you know Richie from Boston. I didn't understand exactly what he was saying at the time, but what he was saying was there's some type of artificial intelligence in place that makes these decisions and carries out these things. Because what he said is that sometimes they'll do something only based on like other numbers on certain situations and stuff. So if the plan moves forward, then it becomes real. But it's the artificial intelligence that's making the decisions. This is what Richie was from Boston was saying years ago. Like I heard him say it like 5-6 years ago. I didn't understand it though, but I see it now. So is that what we're looking at here? Is that what happened? That the artificial intelligence made the decision to take down the towers. A lot of people don't even believe planes hit that building. It's not even bombs, they say. They say that it's more than that. It's beams. Beams. And we know that they have this kind of technology. That's why all the fires are starting in Canada. Beams. They're shooting these lasers down from the heavens, probably bouncing it off the firmament or coming down from whatever they have up there. Who knows? But is that what this is? Because look, from the day in the movie in Terminator 1997 to the day of 9/11, the day count 1474 means I dash to the ground. Come on. And another pattern with the number 1474. If you add 14 plus 74 is 88. 88. What is 88? That is the number in Back to the Future. The DeLorean had to go 88 miles an hour so they can time travel.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious...
Also, Donald J. Trump is 888 in Gematria, matching up with Time Traveler, which is 888. Why 8? Because 8 is the symbol for infinity. It just keeps going around and around, or eternity. And the Nazis used 88. Come on. I mean, there's no way that's a coincidence. And again, this is so bizarre that I looked this up, but the thought came to my mind. Like how they say out of the blue. Well, if you look up, it's blue, right? And then above the firmament, there's water. So, like maybe from the heavens, that means, right? And the Indians believe that they wear the turquoise blue because it's symbolic of where they came from, the blue, right? We get that? And that's where these thoughts come from. Who'd have thought to even look this up? Right? Like, I would have never thought to look this up if it didn't come to me. So I think that artificial intelligence played a big role in 9/11. And I think it has been and will keep playing big roles in big events in the world. Not only big events, but even smaller events, all kinds of things. I mean, we're talking some serious technology that in the book of Enoch, it tells you that man was striving to learn these things from angels. It was forbidden, but for thousands of years they've had this technology. That's how they've been able to, that's why you see all the same drawings on the caves of tanks and bombs and airplanes, because this stuff has been around ever since the beginning. They just lie to us in schools and say, oh, this is new and progressive. It's all nonsense. It's a lie. Even the Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9, that everything just repeats itself. There is no new thing under the sun.